What is going on, guys? WWE 2K25. Now, they have fixed the problem with viewing your, online community creations wrestlers, because on that last video I dropped, it would show like part of their render when you went to the actual wrestler to preview the wrestler like I'm doing here. And as you can see, now I could properly see the guy. I see the real picture instead of just the custom render. Or render itself. This is the actual wrestler, which is good. So now I feel like I can do a proper video. And look, the game has been out since Friday. It's now Monday, and that's the early release, and you already have all these, look at this. This here, 2,218 downloads. You have Matt and Jeff Hardy. Looks like the same creator made both of those. Of course, you're going to have a lot of AEW wrestlers on here. Guys like Kenny Omega. Let's take a look at this Brock Lesnar because he looks like he didn't make the game. This looks like a good version of him, I would say. That is a very good version of Brock. He even has the aging in his face. That works. For me, that definitely works. I may download that. I'm not going to do it here, but that's a very good Brock, I would say. And, his muscle tone is still there, but it's not what it used to be. That's kind of how this character looks. This is an excellent version of Brock. It's good to see somebody putting a version like that on here that's, this early in the release. Okay. Some of these people I'm not going to be sure who everybody is. Okay. I'm not super caught up with everything. And some of these may not even be wrestlers. They might be like celebrities or something. Then we have Edge here. Has Edge gotten that much of a tan? He may have. This guy's body looks oily or something. I don't know what they're doing with that. I'm not sure what Edge currently looks like, but because this render, you don't see much of a tan. But anyway, that does look like him. I mean, I'm not taking that away from it. You have these Kanes. Kane is very easy to create on this. I mean, he's extremely easy to make. You can make him in a couple of minutes. So, of course, there's people that make Kane. I'm almost surprised that there's so many people downloading it. Well, no, I'm not, because, you add the entrance, you create all the moves. It would take a little bit of time. So they are saving time by downloading that one. It's definitely a good idea to do that instead. You have another Jeff Hardy. You're probably going to come across a lot of the same people like Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and other people, like especially AEW wrestlers. You have this Ric Flair, a 92 Ric Flair, basically. I'm not sure who this is, okay? Like I said, I'm not super caught up with everything, pop culture or even wrestlers all the time, so you have another Jey Uso. Not sure why. And we're going to look at other stuff too, not just wrestlers. We're going to look at belts and images and all that type of stuff. Well, arenas and belts. Maybe we won't look at images. I don't know. We got a 1992 Triple H. Let's take a look at this one. That is a very good Triple H. I would say that's an excellent Triple H. That is an excellent Triple H. They did a really good job on that one. Hopefully they got all his moves there and entrance and all that stuff. That definitely works. I don't even know why they don't put like that type of Triple H already in the game. I don't know. Let's take a look at President Trump here. How does that look? That face doesn't look like him. I mean, it doesn't. The hair color is really weird. It's not bad to use on here. I mean, it works. You can use it, but I think later you're probably gonna see something that look a little bit more realistic than that. What is this? Tony Storm. Let's see, Deadpool, and you have the swords in this game for real. That definitely looks really good as a Deadpool. Looks very well. Tony Storm, not super familiar with this person. You know, no, I'm not here. I'm not. I'll be honest. I really don't know who that is. Okay, it might be a wrestler, AW or something. Correct me in the comments. Let me know who that is. If you know, here's another Lesnar. This one is not bad. I don't like this one as much as the other one. That face doesn't work for me, and that hairstyle on the second attire, I would not mess with this one. I'm not. I wouldn't. I wouldn't tell another person not to download. I don't know why they use that hairstyle. I don't recall ever seeing that. I mean, I think they do have his old hairstyle in it, like the one with the with the sides shaved off and the top. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's take a look at this Trump. This one might look better than the other one. I'm gonna say no. That looks nothing like him. That looks no. That looks like that's not working for me. That just doesn't look anything like Donald Trump. It just has his hair. That's the hair and the clothes, but the rest of him doesn't work for me. Of course, you have a Joker on here. You're gonna have a lot of Jokers. That works. I would take this. This is a good Joker. I mean, I like this version of Joker. It looks a lot like him, the Dark Knight Rises version. Definitely not Dark Knight Rises, but Dark Knight Rises had Bane, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we have John Moxley, Generation H, HBK, Generation X. Did I say H? Let's take a look at this Moxley character. I don't know what he looks like right now. This one's bald. Did he cut his hair? He may have. I don't know. I mean, that face definitely resembles him. I'll say that. Like I said, I'm not really caught up. I haven't watched any of that stuff, so I wouldn't know. Okay. Who else should we look at? MJF is worth a look. He's a pretty popular guy. And from what I'm looking at there, that looks a lot like him. I mean, that definitely works. And it seems like this stuff is fixed, man. I'm not seeing any glitches or any weird stuff going on. It looks very good. It looks like they've taken care of it at this point. Well, for the most part. Obviously, I'm not going to say it's flawless and there's no issues. I'm not going to say that. See, there's the Lesnar hairstyle I was talking about. Why that other one used that other look, I have no clue why they did that. This one is decent. This is decent. The younger one looks more like him than the older one, but this is a decent Lesnar. That one works for me, just like that first one does. The first one has a little bit more age on him, which is more consistent with what Lesnar looks like now. This one would probably be a few years back, maybe. But that other one looks really good, the first one that we looked at. This is Goldberg? Are you serious? Something, I don't know what it is. Something's not connecting. It looks fairly okay. I don't know about that body type, though. I would go with something else. Look, he's a 76 overall. Well, they probably didn't edit that part of him. They probably just created him as a look and didn't really, which is fine. I would go with a different body type because something is a little bit off there. And I'm pretty sure they have a body type that looks a little bit better than that one. Let's take a look at Ric Flair. Oh yeah, that, for me, no, that doesn't work. I don't know. That's just off for me. That's not working out. Okay, so let's go to the next page. We got King Kong Bundy. Of course you put him on there because that body type is here. Why wouldn't you put him, That would be easy to create. I'm not familiar with King Kong Bundy's moves, though. Kurt Angle, a lot of these people are not. Yes, that face definitely works. I was looking at the face, I said, I don't know about that. But now that I'm looking closer at it, that looks just like Kurt. I think you can even put the hair on him to make the original Kurt, the one that debuted. on the second attire. But that definitely works for me, for sure. I like that, Kurt. These people are doing an excellent job here. Let's take a look at this Batman, because last time we couldn't really see the guy. That's a good one. I wouldn't go with that. I'd go with one that looks more movie-like. This is more animation-based with the white eyes and stuff. And it looks good, don't get me wrong. Oh, you can look at all this stuff here, you know. And that's something you should consider before you download somebody. Look at what moves they have. If you're looking for somebody specific, maybe there's another version that's better than what you're looking at. And maybe you prefer that other one. So we have a Venom here. We got Notorious B.I.G. This is funny, but that actually looks a lot like him. That face looks like him. That actually works. That looks a lot like him. That's funny. Usually they would mess up on the face scan on those type of characters. Why is there a CM Punk? Oh, it's specifically based on the Netflix debut attire, if that's what you want. Okay, that's pretty cool, because some of these are just going to be like attires. They're not going to be like completely created. And of course you're going to have Chris Jericho, as well as, I don't know what's going on with these hairstyles over here. I have no clue what they're doing. I'm pretty sure that's a younger Jericho, but this whole Jericho itself is based on a younger Jericho. Otherwise, you would use a different body type. That body type would not. I don't know what's going on with this one. Maybe he looked like that a long time ago, but I don't see how you can have two different hairstyles come to the ring with those. But I guess sometimes they do that just to give you different options. Obviously, you wouldn't come to the ring with those pants and that hair and then start to match with them trunks. That would be just really weird, but they don't do it for that purpose. They do it. But anyway, here we go. Not too familiar with who this is. Might be somebody from TNA or AEW or something. I don't know. And of course, if there's anybody left out, oh, here's another Edge. Let's take a look at that one. They use the same render. No, it looks the same. Okay, let's go into the next page. We're going to look at quite a few of these, okay? You got Travis Scott, okay? People are going to put a couple of rappers and stuff on here too. Let's take a look at this Let's take a look at this Lashley. He was in 2K24. They left him out of this one. That's fair. I don't know about that skin texture and the complexion. I probably wouldn't use it. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's okay. But I think you'll probably see a better one in the future somewhere. Okay, so here's Goldberg. That body type is more, I don't know why they gave him hair. I mean, I'm sure he probably had an outline of hair at some point, but that's throwing his look off. I would not go with that hair. And if I'm being honest, Goldberg was pretty jacked at one point. I don't know if he was quite this jacked. To me, that body does work. I would not use that hair, though. I would go completely bald on Goldberg to make his look more reasonable. But, did they... Yeah, they gave him a render, of course. And then we have your move set. Yeah, looks like they took care of his move set. Jackhammer, spear, all that stuff, right? So that stuff is pretty cool, right? Okay, you got a rock. This is like an attire. This is not even an attire. This is a whole created wrestler. That looks absolutely nothing like him. You guys are crazy. What is going on with the face? I have no idea what you guys are. But this one got a good amount of downloads. I mean, people like it. It just doesn't work for me. I don't even know what the point would be in having that when he's already in it. You could just put those clothes on. That head shape is way off, especially the chin. Oh man, I don't know. I don't want to knock it, but no, that's unreal. I don't know what the point of that is. Okay, you have Spawn. And I hope the person that makes some of this stuff that I'm talking about is not, watching this. Chances are they won't. Okay. Here's another Jericho. That kind of looks like him, but the skin looks super unrealistic. They should probably go with a different texture, I would say. But it's not horrible, It's not horrible. Is this the same Lashley that we just looked at? Yes, it is. Okay. It's time to turn the page. Wow, we're on page 8 already. Okay, so Ricky Saints. I'm not sure who that is. I would have to look him up because I'm seeing a couple of different versions of him. You have Kelly on here, and this guy has a. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how do you get the Jordan gear, but it's probably an image somebody uploaded into the game because obviously you can't use that stuff on the island on community creations. This Batman looks. It's not bad, Like I said, I would look for one that looks more like a current movie type, but oh, here we go. There's always somebody creating this. Oh, jeez. I mean, it's funny. I'm not against that. I think it's pretty cool. I don't download that stuff, but I'm okay with it, Got Chris Danger on here. He's a YouTuber, but he also wrestles somewhere. He wrestles in some promotion somewhere. But he does a lot of video game. He's a major like YouTuber. But let's go on to page 9. Got the Big Show. I was wondering when he was going to show up. Got Kamala. Another Chris Jericho, of course. Got a Freddy Krueger on here. Got a Travis Scott. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look at this Big Show. I'd say that's fairly. That's a good one, I'd say. Got a Sting on here with the red. It's not hard to make Sting. You just have to. It's really not hard, It's pretty easy to create Sting on here. So here we have a CM Punk. I'm not real into looking at guys that are already in the game. Like, just not really. That, of course, somebody created this. That's pretty funny. Take a look at this Kamala for what it's worth. Yeah, they had all his. What? I thought that mask was on the island. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Because what I heard is you can't use parts from the island on here. So I think I was thinking of a different mask. That's probably not the one that I was thinking of. Okay, where are we at now? Got a Mickey Mouse. Let's see what that really looks like. Oh, no, that's just funny. Yeah, you guys are really getting silly here. There's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? Have fun with the game. Create crazy stuff, you know what I mean? I like people doing stuff. What in the world is this? I'm not familiar with that name or that character. But again, it's just people having fun with the game. I'm not against it. I think it's cool to do that. If you want to download some of this stuff and have like some crazy Royal Rumble here. We got the Giant Gonzalez. Let's take a look at this Superman. As much as what is going on with that ass, man? Yeah, I don't know about those colors are too bright. It just doesn't look right for me. It's not much. Well, the render has that ass. Is that something new that Superman is doing? It might be. They may have changed up his logo. If so, that's fine. Because the render has it, so that might be what they're doing now with the newer Superman movie or what have you. What in the world is this? Here we have another Goldberg. There's always a Skeletor somewhere in the game, most of the time. So we have another Goldberg. Let's take a look at that one. I don't know, man. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. I think it's lacking detail. I don't know what's up with that jacket. I don't ever remember seeing anything like that. He may have had it, and I might just not have known or paid attention at some point. That's not a horrible Goldberg, but I don't know. I wouldn't use it. I'm wondering if he's gonna somehow make it into this. If he doesn't, I'm okay with that. Anybody that's in 2K24 that's not in this, I'm fine with it. I could just turn that on and use him. You know, because you can pretty much create any character from this to that one. Yeah, it takes time. You know, there's a time frame, and people are really playing this game a lot, man, because there's so many downloads already, and the normal release date hasn't even came yet. So there's a lot of early release people, and I think we need to look at that Chris Jericho, because that other one, the other ones that we saw, not quite there. This looks exactly like the one we looked at already, man. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on with that. Got a Brutus beefcake for those old school people. That's a definitely a that works for Brutus for sure. That definitely works. And I've always seen his parts in the game. That's a very good Brutus beefcake if you want to use him in this game. Okay, we're going to go to 15 pages, and then we're going to back out and look at... No, I take that back. We're going to do separate videos. We're going to look at community creation wrestlers here, and then look at arenas and something else. You have a LeBron James on here. They didn't even give him a name, but it's obvious that that's who that's supposed to be. Cristiano Ronaldo. Got a 2011 CM Punk. Of course, you're gonna have a lot of MJF. This one has that. Yeah, that definitely looks like him. The old school, probably the oldest, you know. Let's take a look at this. That just looks crazy. I'm wondering if a modder can upload the characters from NBA 2K and put them on here. Nah, they can't do that. This is a very good Kane. Not that I'm not taking credit away from him, but not that he's hard to make. I mean, he's easy to make, but that's still a really good version of him. It's a very good version of him. You got this 95 Undertaker. They actually have the 1990 Undertaker in this game. That's something that they haven't been doing, you know? Okay. Got a Shaggy dude. He's always a... Ronald McDonald's always a popular character to put in these community creations. They always work him in. Got Sonic. Oh, boy. What's up with the missing face on the second one? I don't know if that's a glitch or what. You got Bugs Bunny. Okay. What's up with the random Hulk Hogan t-shirt? Or does that say something? Oh, that says Bugs Mania. Okay, Bugs Mania. Okay. I thought it was a... Well, you know, that's something to play, to have fun with. It's silly, but it works. You know, I like it. Did Ronda Rousey not make her way into this game? I thought she was in it. I might be wrong. She, you know, we'll take a look at that. Got Mankind of 96. Jason Voorhees. Of course, you're going to put Jason on here, especially with the, you know, the parts that they have in the game with the masks. Oh, look, they got him without a mask. Wow. The big dash in his head. Anyway, that's what we're going to look at here. I want to go further than this, but, you know, the video, I don't like making my videos extremely long because nobody's going to watch to the end when you make them ridiculously long. Anyway, that's this video. We're going to drop more videos looking at arenas as well as, you know, championship belts and things like that.